Welcome everyone to a new video. In today's video I will explain the new Layer 1 project which has been talked about a lot in the crypto community recently, and it's going to be Aptos. I will explain what Aptos is first and then give information about the token economics of the actual project. Later I will talk about the Airdrop, listing on major exchanges and recent developments on Aptos, and about the technical and investment part of this asset. But before we continue, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you do enjoy the content. Tomorrow we'll be going live again at 7 PM Central European Time, so be sure to check that live stream, and also on Wednesday when the Fed will be speaking, I'll be going live. Also, we've partnered with Bybit and can give you 1 full month for free to our premium platform. Last month we did 14R. All you need to do is sign up to Bybit through our link and you'll be granted access to our platform. Check the description for that. Aptos is a Layer 1 blockchain that promises reliability, security, scalability and usability using the Move programming language created for Meta's blockchain Diem. Meta developed Diem Association as a cryptocurrency initiative to make cross-border payments highly accessible. However, Diem was unable to deal with regulatory scrutiny regarding the cryptocurrencies it wanted to create and was acquired by Silvergate Capital Corporation in January for $182 million. Aptos aimed at building a highly scalable, secure network capable of handling large amounts of data at high speeds to outpace other chains like Solana or Phantom or Matic. Coinbase Ventures, FTX Ventures, Jump Crypto and other big crypto venture capital firms backed the platform in March by raising $200 million. Additionally, in July, Aptos raised $150 million in a Series A funding round led by FTX Ventures and Jump Crypto. While mentioning funding, there was a lawsuit against the CEO of Aptos, Mohammed Shaikh, about partnership shares demanding up to $1 billion. However, the court dismissed 4 claims while 3 others were allowed to proceed, which was seen as a positive development by Aptos Labs. There's a lot of funding and it is being discussed a lot that this situation is not ideal for the crypto community, even though the funding is from big investors as they take up a large portion of the token distribution. With that in mind, it is time to start checking the token economics and the vesting of the actual asset. On October 12th of 2022, the launch of the mainnet was announced and it happened. There were 1 billion Aptos tokens available at launch, and as you can see, 51% of the tokens go to the community and 49% are distributed between investors and the team. Compared to the other blockchains, investor and team allocations are high. However, it doesn't mean that the project is not working or will fail. High percentage of venture capital funding creates the possibility of a big dump if companies decide to dump the tokens after unlocking. It is just a negative sign, and the data should be known and accepted if you consider investing in the actual asset. Another essential data to check is vesting for the supply. More than 82% of the tokens on the network are staked across all categories, and the majority of these are currently locked under the distribution schedule above and not available for selling. The last and critical information is that there is no APT unlock for the first 12 months. Only the staking rewards, which is approximately 7% API of the locked tokens, will be available, and we don't know if the team and the VCs will sell or hold. After the token economics fired up on Twitter, Aptos announced the airdrop for early testnet users worth 20 million APT tokens. There were about 110k participants for testnet, most of which airdropped 150 APT worth around $1,000, which is considered a generous airdrop in the crypto community because 20 million APT represented 2% of the total supply. On the other hand, 2 of the largest crypto exchanges, Binance and FTX, listed APT on the same day the airdrop was announced. So the airdropped APT tokens easily access the high liquidity on large centralized exchanges. According to the official source, over 100 projects are building on the network with many use cases across DeFi, NFTs and gaming. In this table you can see that a variety of dApps are building on the Aptos network, and all the major dApps or chain needs for growing are ready to go live soon. The total TVL on Aptos is approximately 50 million now. Nevertheless, it will probably increase with many dApps going live. It would be wise to regularly track the TVL of the network to see if its adoption is growing or not. On the 21st of October, the largest AMM of the Binance chain, which is Pancakeswap, proposed to deploy Cake and its main features, which is swap, farm, pool and IFO, on Aptos. That news is positive for Aptos because Pancakeswap has a massive community from which Aptos will benefit. NFTs are also gaining in popularity on Aptos. On the Aptos chain, it is easy to speed up a user's ability to fund new accounts and mint NFTs. We see a volume increase on the Topaz NFT marketplace, which is one of the largest NFT marketplaces on Aptos. Let's dive a bit more in the trading part of this asset. The tricky part here is that it's just barely listed and over-discussed a lot on social media, which means that people have their opinions ready and it's hard to digest whether or not you are able to remove all the noise from the markets and focus on the asset itself. In that regard, what we can find right now about the actual asset and what can we actually find for trading purposes. The information we can find on Aptos is currently that we've got a market capitalization of 1.1 billion for the assets, while on the other hand, the fully diluted market cap of Aptos is way higher and shows almost 9 billion. We have disclosed why this might be an issue at this point, however, as there are no unlocks at this moment, it doesn't say anything about the current sell pressure, so the fully diluted market capitalization doesn't make that much sense right now. Looking at the chart of Aptos, we can't see that much. It's a volatile market and it can be traded for day traders a lot. What does that say about you as generally a more swing trade focused participant of the market? Well, you just should be staying relaxed and watch higher time frames before planning and structuring your play. Once we are looking at the actual chart, which we can see next to me, we can define a few important levels you should be looking at if you want to go for a play on this one. Theoretically speaking, it is a beautiful asset for day trading purposes, as it's very clean and organic price action, as most of the volume has swapped towards this one and it was breaking numbers heavily in the past few weeks. However, through that you can clearly look for options to trade for yourself, which means that you'll be digesting into blocks and support levels defined on relatively high time frames to spot those longs and shorts. When we're discussing those, you can find several areas, and in that case an area at $7.60 and also the block at $8.20 are the areas you should be looking at if you want to build your long position. Another case is the flip of the $9.25 level, which is usually also a trigger for long options if it breaks and flips. Remind yourself that this video has a bit of delay between shooting and posting, so the levels could have been played out already, so you use them for your own educational purposes. In that case, it's a beautiful nature of scalping in which can arguably look for a more difficult approach on investment purposes, as we simply don't have that much data. If it's up to me, I'd avoid investing into APT at this point until the fully diluted market capitalization starts to make sense and the unlocks are starting to take their part, so we can definitely see what the price is doing during that period. Next to that, I personally believe that there are better opportunities in the markets currently than APT, and those can easily generate a higher ROI and have more data to work with. What's my final opinion on Aptos? That's what we're discussing next. We should keep in mind that the project is new, which means it needs time to prove that the protocol is safe. Security is crucial, as we know from many hacks and exploits in the last 2 years in DeFi and into crypto. Aptos is also heavily hyped, which might be a bad time to invest. Additionally, a massive percentage of venture capital funding is a significant risk that should always be kept in mind. Because VCs can create massive sell pressure due to holding many coins after the unlock, it is wise to actually stay relaxed and to avoid excessive risk taking with this asset. Even though it is a good project, it's always better not to join the hype and be careful about timing. However, we should keep an eye on the project and watch its adoption from the crypto space. Thanks for watching. Make sure to use that month of free membership for our platform. Check out our other socials as we are posting content on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you again tomorrow and Wednesday during the live streams. Ciao.